$17.8 kilowatts, $12. It's over 60 cents. That's over 60 cents US per kilowatt hour. Ouch.
We've been looking for something to do that's a little bit less touristy than Disneyland. Not much, just a little. And Dollywood is going to fit that bill perfectly. We've heard lots of good things about this place. Can't wait to see it for ourselves. It's off to a good start. It's beautiful here.
We got Christmas season here at Dollywood, and that means we get to play some Christmas music. You know the first song here, so sing along.
Alright. I'm going to make you famous. Hello. I'm going to make you famous. No, I'm not. But just do it anyway.
Dolly did good.
Dolly did good.
Dolly did good.
Well, it's been an awesome day. We spent 9 hours walking around Dollywood. It was fantastic. Settled in for the night. It's actually pretty late, 11 o'clock. We just ate at a diner and we're parked outside one of our favorite overnight places, and that is Cracker Barrel. The van is just back here in a corner. No one here tonight, only us. But that's fine by me. But I think it's going to be a nice, quiet night. But here's something you don't see every day. Hard to get a good picture of it from here, but if you look up there, that's good old King Kong hanging off the side of the Empire State Building. So that's one of the many things here in Pigeon Forge. And we're going to look at some of these things tomorrow. Pretty cool having King Kong standing guard over us tonight. But that's it. A great day. But now I'm really tired. It's time to hit the hay. So that was a very nice day at Dollywood yesterday. Wasn't sure what to expect, but it was actually a very large theme park. There is, of course, some Dolly specific things, and even that was fun to see. But several roller coasters, lots of walking, lots of food, and a bit of shopping as well. So pretty reasonably priced in my opinion. I think we probably spent about $200 Canadian, 150, 160 American, something like that for entrance. And As I think I mentioned before, we walked about somewhere around 8 hours going around and around, checking out all the attractions and so on. I'm not too much into roller coasters. I'm a bit wimpy for that, but we had a great evening. So this morning, we're at a little park, and we like doing this in the morning. We'll get some breakfast soon. We'll have a little walk just to stretch everything out and get a bit of fresh air. And it is a beautiful morning, probably about 8-9 degrees, and that's Celsius. And I'm going to go back and have a little bit of breakfast. And let's see what today brings us. Sometimes a bit of luxury, even when you're camping, can be nice. Our van is just over here behind that gazebo, parked in the parking lot. I think you can see it over there. I'll zoom in. There it is. So last night we stayed at Cracker Barrel. Cost, zero. Comfort, excellent. But this is comfort on a new level. This is a campground, KOA campground, very close to the park. All the amenities, and then some. This is pretty cool. Gotta love it. That's a very nice fire pit and a gazebo. The cost of this campsite is just over $100 US per night. So Canadian, you're looking at about 140 or 150. Very nice. When I was much younger, around the age of 16 actually, I got my first mode of transportation on a public road, a small 400cc motorcycle. And one of the first things I did on that motorcycle was pack a tent, a Coleman stove, a sleeping bag, a steak, and a few beer. And a friend and I headed off camping for our first experience. Since that time, we've moved up to a travel trailer, a pop-up trailer, a fifth wheel trailer, and a larger fifth wheel trailer. We ended off with a 38-foot fifth wheel with every amenity, including microwave, sofa, flat screen TV, you get it. And it was towed by a 6.8 liter diesel truck. But like all things, I think we've decided to come full circle. We sold that fifth wheel trailer, sold the truck, and we bought a cabin. And we still have the cabin and love it. But now we felt the urge to get back to something more simple, something more basic like we did in the early years. So why not van life? It's a great way to go. It's nimble. It's efficient. And it's also a little closer to the basics that we enjoyed so much when we were younger. So I urge you, think about cooking up outside. Although you might have a microwave in your van and a fancy stove, maybe even an oven, get some cooking devices and cook up outside on a table or even on the side of your van. You never know who you might get to meet. Some of my favorite encounters have been just standing there by the van. Someone goes by, you strike up a conversation, ask them about themselves, and people are dying to tell you their story. And some of the stories are absolutely fantastic. I love that. So today, we're going to do this a little different. We're cooking up outside. Very simple meal. Some yogurt and cereal, and some bacon and eggs. And then we're going to get on the road and do some shopping. But just taking a few minutes and eating that food by the side of the van and enjoying each other's company, breathing in the air, doing nothing really. It's just a great experience. Rather than just hammering down the road all the time and cooking quickly and just driving. Unfortunately, I'm not having much luck in finding someone to talk to here. I don't see anyone to my left. I don't see anyone to my right. My plan is not working out all that well, but it's a quiet, beautiful morning, and that's good enough for me. If I can't find anyone to talk to, I guess I'll just have to go over there and look at those ducks. Maybe they'll give me some entertainment. We've got a little time to kill, so let's hit one of those distilleries I've been hearing about. Just gonna taste a little bit.
And again, guys, if there's a flavor you're not interested in, just put your hand over your cup and I won't serve it to you. If it's in your cup, doesn't want to go to your gut, don't share with your partner, share with me instead. If you mix it with any of our fruit flavors, you get a cake or a pie. This is the one that's good. Am I going to be famous? And now it's going to be peppermint bark or York peppermint patty. With winter chill, we just released it on Sunday, so it is a new flavor. We do put it out every season.
Thank you. Want to get me a new?
Let me take a picture. Oh, paninis. Seasonal cinnamon, more like big red chewing gum or red hot candy. Because we don't use wheat and potatoes to make ours wheat.
We've been in Pigeon Forge for a couple of days and keep passing this Titanic exhibit. It just kind of drew us in with the giant ship facade on the front of the building. And of course our home in Newfoundland is close to the Titanic. It's where many of the ships went out to perform part of the rescue and things like that, all surrounding that mishap. So we had to go in and check this out. Absolutely amazing. That's a pretty amazing exhibit. I'm really glad we did it, but it's getting late. I'd highly recommend it. About $150 Canadian, $100 US. Well worth the expense, in my opinion. I think you'd enjoy it. Good morning, everybody. We're just chilling at a charging station on the freeway, Route 81. Just a little bit northeast and a little bit northeast of Pigeon Forge. We're back on the road today. We decided this is the day we're going to make the turn and head back towards home. So we've got a lot of driving ahead of us. We're at a GM Energy charging station that's part way to our destination. We like using the Teslas, but we feel we need a top up here. So we're going to go to about 80%. I have some thoughts on these charging stations. This one, again, I want to revisit it quickly. Since we're sitting here in the rain, just chilling. This charging station, these companies that are trying to build out the network, Electrify America and GM Energy and EVgo and so on, they've got to up their game, I think. This one here, this charging station, I'll just give you a little view of it over here. This one here, pardon the A-pillar, but it's a GM Energy. I don't know quite how this is all put together, but GM Energy is a pilot station. It has a rate of up to 350 kilowatts. I think it's shared, but there's 4 stations here and there's no one else here. So we're charging at a rate of around 55 kilowatts per hour. That's just not good enough. I know this vehicle doesn't charge at a high rate, but we can get 80 kilowatts and even a bit more out of the Tesla chargers and some of the others. This particular charger has a very, very high cost. It's like 60 cents US or more than that. And it's a 350 kilowatt charging station. So what's the sense? You're going to build out this network. You have these high-speed chargers. It can't push a little bit more into a little vehicle like this that can take more than 50 kilowatts. It's way, way, way overpriced. And, you know, when you look at the infrastructure around here, it's a bit rainy, but let's take a look at it. Here's the one charging station over here that has 2 heads on it. And over there is the second one. Hey, there's our little mascot there. It's a turkey from Friends. And the second charging station. And over here, they have their, you know, infrastructure and lots of blue posts to keep you from banging into things. You go to a Tesla charger, and a Tesla charger is all small little units. Everything is hidden, very efficient. Plug in quickly, get moving quickly. But now you have this network here that they're building out, and there's nobody here. And the reason there's nobody here is because it's overpriced. They'll never survive. So to all you companies that are trying to build it, the network, do better. You can do better. If Tesla can do it, you can do it. But we've got enough. We're up to about 80%, and we're going to get back on the road and go to a different charger down the road. $17 kilowatts for $11.59. That's pretty expensive. Oh, we just pulled into another charger. Hey, there's our turkey friend from Friends. And we're at a Tesla charger, charging up again. Kind of lost count of how many charges we've done lately. Give you a little look around here. We've got some leftovers here. And this is leftover chicken from last night. Just going to heat that up a bit. I highly recommend an induction cooktop. This is pretty thick. Not that easy to reheat. Let's turn it down a bit. The nice thing about these induction cooktops is they go up and down in temperature very quickly. So if you have something on here, you can turn it up and down and it goes up almost instantly. It's kind of like a gas cooktop, you know? I'm just going to get a bit of warmth in this. This was absolutely delicious last night. Nice garlic taste to it. Thanks to my wife, she can cook. And I can eat. It's a perfect combination. So this is the van. And I want to show you how we've outfitted it a bit. This is as we travel. So there's nothing set up here. This is not a fancy Instagram thing. This is the way we are traveling today. The bed is half made. We've got extra blankets on there now. One of these Sirocco fans usually points on my wife's side because she likes being cool at night. You can see we've put in a couple of, these are temporary installs. I got a reading light here and a reading light back there. Highly recommend them. They have USB ports as well, so you can get on your phone at nighttime. On the sides of the van back here, we haven't done anything with this yet. It's really that's just a sheet going down there. Although I've got the cupboards built in and the ceiling done and the lights, I've left these sides because my plan is to take this bed and raise it up. And it's in there pretty solid. There's 2 kind of faux cupboards underneath here. And of course, there's a slider for the garage. And that's great. But I want to bring it up just a little bit and then build in something more permanent for those cupboards with some storage in there. So we only have storage in the middle. The sides are just an empty shell there for now. Coming back here, this is our cooler. It's a nice coat. It's very large. It's on a slide that we just pull out, and it locks in place. And lots of capacity. We like it. This is just, it can act as a cooler or a fridge. It doesn't do both. So you have to set it whatever you prefer. We have it as a cooler, and we just buy frozen food, a little bit of frozen food as we need it. And then it slides in and locks in place. And it's great because it doesn't move. Up here, set of cupboards that I built, and they're screwed in securely. A laminate top, and again, we got this wall here. It's insulated, but it has to be done a little better. I've got to put a panel on that, just like I've got panels back here on the back. I better stir that food. Probably got it stuck on. No, it's good. Yeah, it's getting pretty nice and warm there now. So I haven't figured out how to get any higher charging speeds out of these Tesla chargers, or any others for that matter. I'm kind of convinced at this point that the earlier Ford Transit vans just can't really achieve a charging speed more than 80 kilowatts. It starts off at over 100, but it only lasts for a couple of minutes, and it just starts going down, down, down. So whatever it is, if it's the battery management system or the Tesla chargers or any other charger, I don't know. But it is what it is. 80 kilowatts is about all you're going to get. If someone has achieved any higher than that, let me know. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. So up here, I built in a bench. I was always undecided what I wanted, but I wanted to have somewhere to sit. We haven't put in a lagoon table or anything like that. We find just sitting on the bench, or I'll sit on the seat up front. And down under here, I don't mind showing you. We want to tell everything on this channel. So here is the electrical system. Underneath this board here is a 300 amp hour lifetime battery. And I've got to secure that better. We've got a 2000 watt inverter. Perfect size, doesn't overheat. I can run that induction cooktop, and it doesn't generate any heat. Blue sky fuse panel, and of course your positive and negative term boxes for connecting everything. Works great. And under here, surprise, surprise, is the bathroom. Watched a lot of YouTube videos. A lot of people have a lot of things. It's convenient, it's handy, and you just fill it up with one or two, and then before it gets too much, take it and dispose of it. We double wrap the bags and put it in any garbage can. So works just great, and a couple of little struts to hold the, or actually one little strut to hold the top up, and works very well. I've got the switch for my inverter just put here. We'll locate that permanently. One of the things about having a van like this, I don't really recommend this, but if you build it out in piecemeal, you know, you're always making changes as you go. And I've done that so many times here. Every time I decide I want something, oh, maybe I'll put it here, maybe I'll put it there, maybe a little higher, or whatever. And that comes at a price, because then you're kind of committed with some of the build parts that you do previously. But it's coming along, and I'm just going to finish it out this year, I think. Funny, sometimes the strangest things become super convenient and very effective. And these are just moving blankets at Costco. Pleated, super thick, creates a great insulation barrier. And at night, there's next to no light comes through this. We put that the seats back a bit there. But you put this up at night, and it's just super dark in here. Most of the light that we get is from the vent up here, but even that's not bad. So that's the tour of our van, and we'll be doing some things to show you how we make improvements over the next little while, as I discussed with the bed coming up and finishing off the back, and so on. But we really love it. It's turned out to be fantastic. And there's lots to do. You have to just get at it. You have to build your van, do your flooring, stud out the walls, as we say, get the framing in, and then start building. And you know, you can start off rough, and if you like it, build it out more, make it yours. Don't worry about all these fancy vans that people are buying for hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can, this whole build has cost me, besides the van, I think $6,000 Canadian. It would cost me 10 times that at least to buy a production one. So go ahead, do it. And then you get to enjoy a nice meal like this in the comfort of your own van while you're charging up. How cool is that? Okay, time for me to eat. What is it about leftovers that they seem to taste even better than the food when you ate it the evening before? The taste is just better on this today. It was fantastic last night, but it's even better today. Maybe it's part of being on the road, just being energized by being out. I really find when you're out here like this, it feels more like living. I don't know, it's not as comfortable as home, but you're out here, you're sitting at a charger, you're in a different place, you have a different view, you're on the move, your body is energized, and everything seems to come alive a little bit more. At least that's the way I find it. But this is just fantastic. Every day, every meal seems to be better when you're not necessarily outside, but when you're on the go, I guess. Nice. Well, that's it for Dollywood and Pigeon Forge. Next time we'll be in Scranton. You all know what that city is famous for. And we're going to struggle to find chargers and make our way back home. It's going to be a challenge. See you then.